Hi there, fourth graders. We are on lesson 11 today, and we are going to continue comparing, but today we're going to have mixed numbers, and we're not really going to just stick with decimals today. We're going to have some fractions, mixed numbers, all sorts of forms to maybe have to convert them into decimals to make it easier for us, but we're going to continue comparing. Today we are also going to be using number lines and just our comparison statements. So let's get started. Alright, just real quick, just as a quick little check-in fluency, why don't you go ahead and just like this example, you are going to write the expanded form in fractions, but this time we don't have to show the multiplication, so just pull out each of the place values, kind of like as if we were filling out a place value chart. But you're going to put it in your decimal form and your fraction form. So for example, this one would be 6 wholes. We would have 1/10, and then there's 3/100. And then in decimal form, it would be 0.1 and then 0.03 to match. Okay, go ahead and pause and do these two. Okay, and then play to check your work. All right, so we have 54 wholes plus 7/10 plus 3/100. Same idea in decimal form is 0.7 plus 0.03. Down here we have 8 wholes plus 5/10 plus 3/100 left over. We have 8 plus 0.5 plus 0.03. Okay, so there's just a quick review of what we were doing a little bit last week. Alright, application problem. While sewing, Kakanza cut 3 strips of colored fabric. A yellow strip that was 2.8 feet or 2 8/10 foot strip, an orange which was 2 8/100 foot strip, and a red strip that was 2 25/100 foot strip. Okay, it's asking us to draw a tape diagram comparing the lengths of the strips. Put them in order from shortest to longest. So this is what we were working on a little while ago. Okay, so we have 3 strips. One is yellow, one is orange, and one is red. And I'm just going to write those out here. So yellow was 2.8 feet. Orange was 2 8/100 feet. And red was 2 25/100 feet. Well, if I talk myself through this, I know that 8/10 looks like it's the largest tenth. Okay, and I skipped right to the tenths because all of these are in the 2-foot range. Okay, if we think about a number line, they're past 2 feet. Okay, so which one has the most tenths? Well, 8/10 beats out 0 and 2. We can also think about this in hundredths, right? By visualizing that 0 in the hundredths place. So right now, this yellow strip is 2.80 or 2 80/100. Okay? So that looks like the longest strip. Okay? So I'm going to put my tape diagram around it fairly long. Alright, so now I have to compare my orange and my red. Well, orange doesn't have any tenths, and we know those tenths are larger than the hundredths. So the 2/10 looks like it's the next longest fabric, which leaves 2 8/100 to be the shortest. Okay, so putting them in order from shortest to longest would be our orange, then our red, and then our longest is yellow. All right, let's keep moving along. I'm going to do a couple number line examples with you. I'm actually not going to do this one. I'm going to do a couple number line examples with you, but I don't want you to worry about writing this number line down right now. You'll have plenty of number lines to practice in your problem set, so don't write the number line down, but I do want you to practice the conversions that I'm going to show you. So right now, we have all sorts of number forms up here. We have decimals, we have unit form, we have mixed numbers, we have a fraction greater than 1, and another fraction greater than 1. Okay, so with this, we are going to have to convert to a consistent form. Okay, right now I can't just look at these and say, oh, this goes here, that goes there. I can't really do that yet. Okay, so I want you, for all your numbers that you're given today, to convert them to a decimal. This one is already converted to a decimal, so I'm just going to rewrite that I need to place 7 and 92 hundredths somewhere on this number line. Okay, so I rewrote it so I wouldn't forget about it. Okay, all right, so this one, we have unit form. We have 8 ones and 1/10. Okay, so that looks like that. Then we have our mixed number. We have 7 wholes, and this time we have 86 hundredths, which I'm going to tack on there as my decimal 86 hundredths. All right, now we have a fraction greater than 1. Nothing's changed on how we're going to convert this from, our Module 5 unit. Okay, if I have tenths, and I have 70, I can get in 7 whole times, okay, with 9 tenths left over. So when I tell myself what that number is, it almost forms its decimal right there for me, okay, 7 and 9 tenths. All right, now we have hundredths. Now I have 802 hundredths. So 100 can go into 800 8 times, and it's going to have, this time, 2 hundredths left over. Okay, so that 2 has to be in the hundredths place. Otherwise, it's going to say 8 and 2/10, and that's not what this is. Okay. All right, so now that I have everything in decimal form, I'm going to go ahead and choose my labels for my number line. So it looks like I have to start at 7.9. Okay, so 7.9 is where I'm going to start. Okay, I know these big hash marks, these dark hash marks are going to be my tenths, and then these little ones are my hundredths. Okay, again, don't write this number line down. You'll have plenty of examples in your problem set. Okay, I just want to show you what this looks like to go through one. Okay, so then this is 8.0, then I have 8.1, and then I have 8.2. Okay, and hopefully, oh, I have a 7. Oh man, never mind. I gotta start over. Sorry about that. Yeah, I totally missed my 7.86. Okay, so 86 hundredths. I needed to have a 7.8. So see how I've marked my tenths. Okay, so I have 7.8, 7.9, 8.0, 8.1. Okay, so now I can go ahead and plot all these, and I need to make sure that I have 5 plots on this number line. Okay, so I'm going to start right at the beginning. I have 7.92. Okay, so 7.9 is here, and I want 2 more hundredths. So there's that one. I'm going to cross it off when I do it. Okay. Excuse me. This next one I have 8.1. So I'm at 8, and now I'm at 8.1 way out here. Okay, it was the next tenth. Okay, so cross that one off. Now I'm at 7.8. and 86 hundredths. So I'm at 7.8, 7 8/10 plus 6 hundredths more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's that one. 2 more. 7.9 is one of our large hash marks. It's 7 9/10. Cross it off. And this one I have 8 2 hundredths. So I'm at 8 wholes plus 2 little hundredths. Okay. Alright, so hopefully watching that makes you feel good about trying some on your problem set. The next one I want to show you is another type of example here. This time we're going to arrange them from greatest to least, and it wants you to turn all of them into decimals. So I would do that step first, okay? So why don't you go ahead and pause, change all these to decimals, and then I'll go from there after that, okay? Alright, so check out what I got as my decimals. This one was kind of tricky, 18/10. You had to make sure you pulled out a whole. You had 8/10 left over. And this one over here, you had 18 hundredths, so this one doesn't have any holes. Okay? Alright, so now we have to think. We're going to order these from greatest to least. So I want to pick the one that is the greatest first. I'm going to put that in line down here. I'm going to rewrite it. Okay, so it looks like I have 1 90 hundredths. And I'm going to tack on this 0 here so I can see that that is 80 hundredths at the end of this one. So I have 90 hundredths. So that one is going to be first. And I'm going to connect these by greater than signs. Okay, so 1 9/10 is greater than all these. This looks like the greatest one. Alright, so now I'm counting backwards. 82 hundredths looks like the next one. So now I have 1 82 hundredths greater than sign. Cross it off. Now I'm at 1.81, which is 1 81 hundredths. Now my greater than sign. And next, looks like right in order there, that was convenient, 1 80 hundredths, greater than sign. Now we're down to 1 8 hundredths, and 18 hundredths, right? That's the smallest amount that we have, the least amount, okay? Well, hopefully that feels pretty good today, guys. I'm going to have you do a couple of each kind that we went over today on your problem set. So practice well. And there are a couple word problems at the end that I really want you guys to practice today. So do your best, love math, and have a great day.